We're determined to hook you up with ways to get the most out of your money. Brent Wilsey, president of Wilsey Asset Management, is here with some great advice. Welcome back.
Well, good to be back, Taylor.
So how are you going to make our money grow this time?
Well, you know what we have to do. I mean, there's many things we can do, and let's get right to how people should be investing the money or how to get started. Because a lot of people say, I want to do it, but how do I do it? So what we can do is, and again, it's not that difficult, and what I want people to do is be realistic. Don't expect to invest $1,000 today and then next month be a millionaire, okay? Yeah. Set your expectations low. Also, too, I want people to check with their employer, because many times you have 401k plans, you have a company match. Check with your employer before you do anything, because they could actually match your money. They can pay for fees sometimes, so check with your employer first. Look at an IRA or a Roth IRA, because what that can do is give you tax benefits, and everybody pays too much in taxes, so start there with that. Roth IRAs are great to start with. Depending on the dollar amount you're going to invest, and again, don't go overboard with it, because sometimes people want to get there right away and they want to put everything away and then they can't pay the electricity bill, okay? Be realistic.
Yeah, that's not a good plan.
And what's going to happen? You're going to fail. So I usually recommend if you can put away 15% of what you make, that's a very good number to work with, but make it realistic. If you can't
a lot of people spend their whole paychecks.
And they shouldn't. They should say, you know what, I'm going to put away 10% of what I make and then I'll spend the rest there. And if you start doing that, and you can put away about $500 a month.
But it's not what they make. You got to go after taxes and everything else.
Well,
right? Your take home.
Right. And see, and what you're doing is what a lot of people do. Like, well, I have all these things, I can't do it. And we always, no matter how much we make, we're always going to spend more than we make. So you have to kind of say, okay, well, I'm going to put away this amount, start my plan. If you're going to invest less than $500 a month, start with a no-load mutual fund, an equity no-load mutual fund, and put that away every single month. If you do more than $500 a month, maybe $1,000 a month, you can then start investing into what we talk about are the stocks, the equities. But you got to do some research on that. You got to listen to what I say.
I'm afraid of stocks because I lost a lot of money in stocks.
Yep. Well, and that's why we're here every Monday, because we want to talk about reasons not to be scared. People are afraid of the Treasury budget, afraid of this, afraid of that. You've got to look at the stocks. So if you're going to do stocks, and I think you'll do far better than any other investment, you've got to do a little bit of research.
But people aren't even, a lot of people aren't qualified to do the research, so that's why they need an expert. So what do you do in your research?
Well, and the research, what you're going to do is if you're going to look at what we talk about here, you're going to look at what the company has for earnings, what they have for debt, how much you're paying for that stock. We sold a stock last week. We sold another one this week because things are getting higher now. And I have not sold many stocks, gosh, because of valuations for probably 2 years. Things are starting to get more pricey. So look at what you're paying for something. Are you overpaying for that company? So there's some research, which again, we do give our tip here, so we'll kind of give people some ideas.
Keep an eye on everything. Yeah. Let's talk about the recent numbers on the Treasury budget.
Yeah, and that's very important, because the Treasury budget, and again, what I realize too with people is that they're not going to invest if they think, oh, things are terrible and so forth. So let's talk about something positive as a Treasury budget. April surplus, not a deficit, but a surplus of $112 billion was a surplus in April. Now that's, prior month was a deficit of $106 billion. Yeah. Last year was $107 billion, so things are getting better.
People are spending money, but they're giving away money. Interest rates are so low, and that's got to change.
But we're talking about the deficit. Now, well, that will change a little bit, but year-on-year revenue.
But I just feel like that's all connected at some point, right?
But I got to make you and people feel comfortable about the government. And again, I'm not saying, oh, we got this great government, this great president, and so forth. We have things that are doing better than before. Year-on-year revenue, and that's what the government brings in, is up 35%. Spending, I love this one. Spending's down 0.6%. All this gridlock in Washington, we hate seeing it on the news, but it's a good thing because the government can't spend money, but they're bringing money in. So we had strong revenue from income taxes, from corporate taxes. With April's big boost, the deficit currently stands at $487 billion. Do you realize that's a drop of 32% from last year? So while we have these bad numbers, we're far, far better than last year. So don't be panicking about, oh, the government, big debt, and so forth.
Okay. You talked about the retail sales, the good news release, right?
Well, the retail sales, and again, we can talk about retail sales because, again, this is the positive side. We talk about the government being positive. Now, retail sales, they come in up 0.1%.
People are spending. They definitely are spending.
Yeah, they are spending.
Car sales are up.
Car sales are up 1%, which is fabulous. Those are big sales. And what's amazing, Taylor, is that retail sales includes gasoline sales. Now, gasoline prices are down in this period. So even with the decline in gas prices, retail sales are still up 0.1%, and the estimate was to decline, so things are getting better there. And I got to tell you, strength was seen in areas like building materials, gardening equipment, clothing, and I've never seen this one before. It's called drinking places.
I like that.
Yeah, I thought you would like that one. I had to put that one in there.
You got to put your stock of the week because we got to wrap it up.
Yes, we got to wrap it up. Okay, stock of the week.
Even though this is very important.
Yeah, there's so many things to talk about, so we'll get what we can here. Last week I talked about natural gas, and I didn't have natural gas.
Obama's big topic these days.
And I did not have a company for you. So this week I have a natural gas company called Chesapeake Energy. It's a large energy company here in the U.S.
I want to buy that.
Okay, give me a call after the show. This company. There we go. See, and see, it's starting to rise right now. And again, it's not overpriced. I have a target sell price in this company of $32.85. So right now, around 20 and change. If you buy it around 20 and change now, by December 2014 or so, the stock could be trading somewhere around 30 to 32. So that's about a 50% increase on your money, and it's a very strong company. I mean,
who doesn't want a 50% increase on your money? But it sounds too good to be true, I have to tell you.
Well, and again, I mean, the company we just saw, I mean, it does happen. What people have to realize, you're going to buy maybe at $20.56, it might go down to 19. Don't panic and sell. That's why I watch these numbers. I mean, right now,
it's your job to watch those numbers.
Exactly. If those numbers change, I'm going to sell and get out. But that's what you have to do if you're going to do it yourself. If not, you hire a professional to do it for you.
All right. Thank you for that tip.
You're welcome, Taylor.